Well, it is indeed a good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Peter Akaba, and this is KTN Business Today, the 8th of May, the year 2018. From us here in studio, it is welcome to this edition of the show. Today, as usual, coming at you from many different places with the stories that are making business headlines, not just here in Kenya, indeed to different parts of the economy, different parts of the region, different parts of the world. Today is an interesting day, especially because it is the day that a global icon, Coca-Cola, celebrates 132 years of existence. That, of course, being one of the stories that we'll be bringing you towards the end of the show, bringing a bit of history and telling you just what exactly that company has had in terms of impact here and across the world. Also on this show, an update on what the Kenya Revenue Authority has been doing to curb illicit trade and counterfeit, and of course an update on what exactly the Kenya Bureau of Standards is doing about the exact same thing, getting 440 million shillings to be able to create a new standardization mark. Well, to the stories now, just to bring you up to speed on what exactly the economy has been saying. And we start off here in Nairobi, where the Kenya Revenue Authority plans to recruit at least 300 personnel to join its digital department that will help in curbing counterfeit goods. With 75 members already in that team, CG General John Njiraini says that the move will help beef up the fight against illicit trade. The process of verifying the authenticity of goods will be much faster and also caution citizens from unregulated products that pose serious health and consumption risks. Take a look.
In the recent past, various organizations have adopted technology as a measure that aids in dealing with illegal practices such as illicit trade and tax evasion. Tax stamps is considered as one of the digital solutions which offers substantial mechanisms in curbing counterfeit goods.
This has prompted revenue authorities and concerned stakeholders to look for solutions to curb this illicit trade. To this end, the adaptation of new generation excise tax management solutions is gaining a steady growth globally. More than 30 countries worldwide have deployed the solutions, including Turkey, Brazil, Morocco, and Kenya, with outstanding success.
As the CJ urges Kenyans to be patient before the digital transformation is fully adopted in the system, amongst the new technologies to be adopted include a proper customer management system, more scanners, and a regional tracking system which will ensure the right goods go to the right places.
The change process, the culture change process, changing people's behavior, and that is why then you find that you don't get immediate benefit, but in about 3 years, attitudes will have changed, cultures will have changed, and also you will also have, as an institution, also develop the capacity that allows you now to get full benefit. So there is no contradiction in terms of what we see. We are certain that our technology platforms will pay off.
We've had discussions with the KRA. We've agreed on measures they can put in place in order to catch up with some of the revenue shortfall. We did give KRA an additional 4.3 billion for this supplementary. And basically we agreed on things that they need to be done. And I think some of the areas that are being covered is obviously the rollout of the integrated customs management system. I think that system will be able to deal with some of the concealment and under invoicing and basically undervaluation of imported items.
In addition, Kenya recently witnessed a shortfall in the collection of excise duties during the first financial year. CJ says this was as a result of tobacco smuggled from Europe.
For example, evidence of tobacco that has found its way into our country from Montenegro. And we have cases that we are investigating right now, and we've been making good progress. So those are the issues. But that's why it is important to continue implementing in technology, because technology is finally the one that helps us and helps us as a country also to deal with these issues. You can't deal with them any other way if you don't have effective technology systems.
Julie Owino, KTN News.
Now, one of the other things that has happened around that today is, of course, the fact that the Kenya Bureau of Standards has announced that it has gotten the green light to start on a 540 million shilling project along the same lines of a mark of standardization that will bring it into the modern economy and continue the work that it has been doing. That, of course, is a story that we'll be bringing you a bit later on. Now, a 52-year-old man who is a farmer in Metaita village in Tinderet constituency in Nandi County was overwhelmed with joy after receiving the news that he had won a new tractor worth 1.2 million shillings. This was as a result of participating in a competition organized by Eldoret-based Toyota Tsusho Fertilizer Company of Africa Limited. The competition's aim was to create awareness for farmers in the North Rift region about the new and improved fertilizer on offer. Samuel Koech was accompanied by his wife, Selina Chepto. He traveled from Nandi to Eldoret to receive his prize.
Kuanzia mwezi wa pili mpaka mwezi wa 4 nilikuwa na mashindano ya kujishindia zawadi mbalimbali, lakini zawadi ya kwanza kabisa ilikuwa hii unaona hapa nyuma yetu, hii Case JX 55. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa zawadi ya kwanza kabisa. Tuko na furaha sana kama kampuni kati tumepata mshindi wetu. Haya mashindano yalikuwa yanaangaliwa na Betting Control and Licensing Board, na vile vile tulikuwa na Pricewaterhouse wakifanya audit kuhakikisha kila kitu kiko sawa sawa.
Nilipopungua ndani ya Baraka nikapata kitu kama hii scry card ambaye inasema kuna promotion. Sasa nikaanza kuscratch hiyo card na nikatumanisha kwa nambari ambayo iko hapa. Hii tractor itanisaidia kwa mambo mengi ya shamba, kuhusu kulima na pia transporting ya mahindi yangu kwa shamba. Pia niko na kahawa. Nimefurahi sana, naambia Mungu asante kwa sababu amenipatia kitu ya kuwezesha transport ipikie mahali kwa njia rahisi.
Indeed, a life transformed right there. Now, the government has launched a crackdown against second-generation alcoholic drinks, bang and betting games in the Central Region. Now, Central Regional Coordinator Wilson Njega launched the exercise at Rurie Village in Nyandarua County, where several liters of illicit alcoholic drinks and bang were destroyed. The outlawed substances were confiscated in the region in the recent past. Njega warned chiefs and their assistants against abetting the vice, saying stern action would be taken against them.
We have a board that is put in charge of controlling alcohol in the county, and I've been following the thread since 2013. 2013, when the county government started, in Nyandarua County we had 213 bars. In the year 214, the number tripled and we had 639. But in the year 2016, the number of bars in Nyandarua County shot to 1,268. And I've been asking myself, which is more important in Nyandarua, shops or bars? Hiyo ni kitu tunaangalia na tutashikana mikono na national government, and we believe that we are going to make.
Tumesema kila sub-location lazima tufagie hiyo pombe. Tuko na wengine wanaanza kusema kwao hakuna. Na tumesema mzuri kama serikali kwamba kama wewe ni assistant chief na kwako unasema hakuna na tunje tuipate. Sasa wewe tunaambia wewe kwa heri, si ndio? Kwa sababu wewe sasa tuwezi kutegemea wewe. Na tulisema vile tulitangaza wakati nilikuja hapa, mwezi mmoja umepita, kwamba zile area zitambaki na hii pombe tutachukua hatua. Na nimeambia county commissioner kufikia mwisho wa wiki hii tuko na wengine tutaambia wakae kando tupate wengine, kwa sababu ameshindwa na kazi ile ambayo tumewapatia.
we must make it very clear where we are going on drugs or alcohol regulation in this county. Kwa sababu na ni mzuri sana minister wetu wa education yako hapa. Kwa sababu tuko na sheria ya pombe. Tuko na licensing regime. Pombe vile inatakiwa kupatiwa license, lakini hii maneno hatufanyi. License ilipatiana last year, mwaka huu hatujapatiana license. Unataka chief aende afunge bar, anakuta kuna license hapo, na sheria yetu inasema kwamba kama ulipatiwa license before it is rejected, it will continue in operation. So we are putting the national government in a very awkward position. Na kwa hivyo CC education na wewe ndio unashughulikia maneno yako, hiyo maneno we have to streamline ndio tuweze kuongea kitu kimoja na tunaendelea the same direction.
Indeed, tough times there for merchants of alcohol in Nyandarua County, but indeed an effort to be lauded and maybe even supported. Now, the transportation of cargo from the port of Mombasa through the SGR is slowly gaining momentum months after it was launched. Now, Kenya Railways is targeting over 1,000 containers by December. An uphill task, you may say, but one that Kenya Railways says it will make easy work of, as Francis Mtalaki now reports from Mombasa County.
The blue economy around the port of Mombasa ecosystem and partnerships with specific shipping lines is what is seen by Kenya Railway as the main breakthrough towards moving cargo that has hitherto been dependent on the roads to the railhead, and one that means that the company will get its SGR arithmetic right.
From the month of March, we have consistently done 3 trains daily, conveying over 300 TUs. In the month of April, we moved to 4 trains daily, conveying above 400 TUs.
This comes with huge investment at the port of Mombasa and for the key industry players in the maritime sector. The human resource is one that will be at the center of all these.
We are committed as an institution to set standards in the maritime industry so that we can avail workforce that is skilled and with knowledge that is required to do the jobs, especially in the blue economy. That is our target now as a country. And the blue economy is very diverse, from fishing to port agency, to ship management, to cabotaging, to off-dock CFS's operation.
Major shipping companies like Maersk Cargo and PIL have already committed themselves to utilize the standard gauge railway, and with SGR now targeting over 600 TUC, that is equivalent to 600 containers by the beginning of June.
We target to run 6 trains daily, clearing over 600 TUs per day. That is our target for now. From then, we would move to better targets, but we really appreciate the shipping lines.
Currently, the standard gauge railway is doing 5 cargo trains daily, carrying over 500 containers. This has slightly improved the handling of cargo at the port of Mombasa and efficiency, as well as offer customer satisfaction in terms of delivery of goods. Francis Mtalaki, KTN Business.
Well, away from the coast, back to Nairobi now. Isuzu East Africa has moved to fill a gap in the market with its new 7-seater SUV offering the Isuzu MU-X. The vehicle is targeted at the urban market that is looking for comfort of a car and the power and functionality of a utility vehicle. The car is expected to go head-to-head with the Fortuner that is sold by Toyota, the Ford Everest, and the Pajero Sport. The vehicle is targeted to fulfill government requirements for SUVs with an engine capacity of less than 3,000 cc.
We are delighted as Isuzu East Africa to introduce the Isuzu MU-X SUV to our market. This is a vehicle designed for the urban lifestyle professional and people who love to travel and adventure. Our customer will find that the Isuzu MU-X is a sporty vehicle that comes with extra attitude and versatile, comfortable cabin, and excellent all-terrain performance. With its remarkable spacious 7-seater cabin, the Isuzu MUX allows customers to explore life with friends, family, colleagues, while its sophisticated look provides that memorable arrival when you do check in.
Kenya is the first market in Africa we introduced this outstanding vehicle, and our Thai domestic distributor could sell around 13,000 units last year, which increased by 40% on a year-to-year comparison. In Philippines and Australia, they also have been steadily increasing its sales of MUX. We are confident that Isuzu MUX will be able to have a good sales position in Kenyan market too.
Well, Transform Africa, one of the biggest technology summits in the region, has opened in Kigali, Rwanda, with participants championing the creation of an African single digital market. The single digital market, according to experts, holds the potential for Africa's transformation if fully implemented. KTN's Kigali-based reporter Eugene Anango was at the event and filed the following report.
Transform Africa Summit has attracted over 4,000 delegates from across the world to network with like-minded industry players who are transforming the ICT sector in Africa. During the three-day summit, participants will be engaging with innovators, pioneers, and leaders from both the public and private sector, not only from Africa, but across the globe. This year's summit features the first-ever Transform Africa Economic Forum, a government-to-business engagement platform which is aimed at ensuring public-private partnerships are achieved. The theme of the summit is accelerating Africa's single digital market.
The idea I wish to share is that technological integration should be seen as the vanguard of economic integration more generally. When you're integrating technological integration that is talked about, I think it must be looked at holistically.
Speaking in his capacity as the chairperson of the African Union, President Paul Kagame committed to continuing to advance on the digital transformation agenda, which is championed by the African Union, Smart Africa, the Broadband Commission, as well as many external partners.
At the same time, let's build on that momentum to stay on course with implementing the African Continental Free Trade Area, which will unlock tremendous opportunities for our region and our world.
Also top on the agenda as far as conversations right here at Transform Africa Summit are concerned will be the Smart Africa Leaders Summit, which is aimed at seeking commitment from leaders in leveraging ICT in development. Smart Africa Women's Summit, which will be aimed at discussing how to bridge the digital divide as far as women are concerned. The Transform Africa Economic Forum, FinTech and e-health forums will also be taking place during the Transform Africa Summit. On the 21st of March this year, continental leaders were holed up in this particular dome at the Kigali Convention Center to sign the historic African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement aimed at opening up the African continent to market or to trade with each other. Right now, the Transform Africa Summit seeks to create a continental network area, or rather, the single African network area. Will this particular network area face the same challenges the African Continental Free Trade Agreement faced, that of not having the endorsement of all the African countries? For KTN News in Kigali, Rwanda, at the Transform Africa Summit, I'm Eugene Anangwe reporting.
Well, from that report there with my colleague Eugene Pose Anango in Kigali, we want to proceed on a short commercial break. But when we do come back, we still have a conversation around corporate governance and indeed the fact that we are still focusing on farmers across the region and the effect that the armyworm has been having on their crops. Do stay with us here. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.